All right, welcome everybody to week 5 here. We're winding down in Edge of Eternities League. We are getting towards the end here. We have a matchup here between one new player to our league in his first feature match, Cameron H, up against Parker D on the other side. And we got Joseph here with us tonight. How's it going?
Pretty good. How you doing, Richard?
Not too bad. Looking forward to seeing what Cameron's doing. It looks like he's playing a lot of different colors here based on the hand that we're looking at. And he's actually on his, this might be his last match. So he's 10-10. He hasn't started his week yet, but he does need to win all of his matches here. And wow,
Oh,
Parker is a man after my heart here on turn 1 with his
oh
Three
yeah.
Goddess
No,
Monster.
he's got a really solid opener.
Yeah.
2 plains, 2 swamps, banishing light, a grab kill, and then an Archangel Thune on 5. And he ripped that Inspector off the top. So
Yeah, he was the one. So he
nice.
opened 2 packs of Shadows over Innistrad Remastered, and he got a 3-man Inspector in each of them.
God bless him.
That's
God
called
bless him.
it's called running good. Yeah, Parker's doing pretty good here. 15-9. It's his last match of the week. He's looking to get that 16th win to give him a bit more cushion going into week 6 here. So one player looking to position themselves for a try at top 16. Another player scratching to stay alive. We'll see how it works out, but not too bad of a start for Cameron with the Galactic Wayfarer and the Lander. The other cards he has in hand, he's got Gene Pollinator, he's got Zookeeper Mechan, he's got Exalted Sunborn as cards from this set, he's got Dragoon's Wyvern, and he's got a Captain Lannery Storm as well. So unfortunately, the
Oh
only
yeah,
card, yeah,
quite the pile he's got going there.
yeah, he's
Really like
drawn.
that.
Sorry.
Oh no, sorry. I like the Wyvern, like the Storm, but I am kind of curious what he's got going on. But I mean, to be a new player and be 10-10, I mean, seems to know something that he's doing.
Yeah, no, I mean he's just getting to week 5 is not an easy task nowadays with the quality of
Oh,
new
not at
players
all.
we've got. Um, yeah, he's got a Gladiolus also in hand that he drew.
Ooh, love Gladiolus. That's a great top end, but he's going to need to establish himself first before that.
Yeah, so what he can do here, I think he's thinking about doing is he could warp his Sunborn, I think for 2 mana, and then he can play his Captain Lannery Storm and make 2 treasures. That's an option. He could also just play his Lannery Storm and a Zookeeper Mechan as well.
Yeah, I would like that.
Yeah.
Really, just whatever he can to get something down for the Gladiolus.
Yeah, the Dragoon's Wyvern, unfortunately, he can't cast in conjunction with another spell because he does not have a natural blue source. He would cost them an extra mana off the conduit pylons.
Yeah, definitely what you would want to get most on. And
Huh,
if I'm remembering
interesting.
correctly, it doesn't have anything for this Archangel of Thune coming down the pipe, does he?
No, he doesn't have any interaction whatsoever. So what's this? Yeah, I'm wondering why he didn't play the Lannery Storm here. He doesn't have anything else to go with it per
Yeah,
se.
if he's not holding anything up, I don't really feel like I mean, maybe once you can ramp into the Gladiolus.
Yeah, he's drawn a Crystal Quarry here, which will now give him. I believe you can pay 5. You could filter 5 mana into five of one of each color. But this Archangel of Thune is just it's gonna be a problem here. I imagine this Sunborn's
Well,
just gonna get
the
killed.
Sunborn, that will help, but he's
It's
got a
just gonna
grav
get
kill, so
it's just gonna get
he's
removed.
actually got another grav kill beyond that, so
Yeah, and this card
he's gonna
just
need an answer for that Archangel soon.
snowballs real
Like
hard.
soon.
Okay, well, how about now?
That'll do. That
Yeah,
will
well,
do.
he gets to keep playing the game, so that's always
That's
good.
good.
Yeah, so of note, Crystal Quarry does not actually ramp you. It actually puts you down. It actually puts you down a mana.
Because it's like a big filter land.
You're paying 6 to make 5, but if you need it, you need it.
And well, Cameron seems to have built his deck in a way that he needs it, so good for him.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
would be curious
when
to see
we
what
get
his
into
sideboard
sideboarding,
looked like.
when we get to sideboarding, I guess we'll see more like what all the 5 colors are for here. Like, what are the real powerful pulls into it?
hmm Yeah, to be in 5 colors and make it this far, I feel like he's got to have some serious beef in there.
Okay, so he's got a Cav Land Seeker here. You can do that and also play. I was going to say the Dragoon's Wyvern, but looks like he's going for Lannery Storm here. Or Von Aspiring Sky Pirate, as it were.
Yes, excuse you. Ooh, not sure I love that. He's got another graph kill in hand, so Cameron is getting real low.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna. Yeah, he's just gonna tell him, look, I'm gonna put you to 4 here, and you're gonna need to defend yourself a bit more. Yeah, attacking opponent when they're at 20, 23 is a
Yeah, you
bit.
need to get yourself to a position where you can make
Yeah.
safe attacks instead of like leaving just like one point of defense up just makes you incredibly vulnerable.
So with an untapped land here, you can play Gladiolus and the Dragoon's Wyvern and have like a solid array of blockers here if you want to. I guess if he attacks with Lannery
Mhm.
Storm, he'll be able to do that.
Yeah, and
That's 3
Parker is
blockers.
finally running out of removal. He's playing this whole Carver and now this Midnight Scavengers.
Okay, that gets back a 3 drop. So actually, it's just a 5. He's just playing a 5 mana 3/3. Okay.
Nothing has died yet, I believe.
I mean, his opponent's at 4. He doesn't know what the 2 cards are in hand. He just says, let me put bodies in play."
Hmm.
It's I think some players would like hold it for the value, but
No, I definitely agree with playing it. Like, you just want to put as much possible pressure on the cards in hand. Here comes that Gladiolus.
and he's gaining a life here, which may be important. So
Absolutely.
if he attacks, yeah, he's gonna get an attack with the Lannery Storm to give him the treasure to cast the Dragoon's Wyvern here.
All right, not bad, not bad.
I mean, Parker's I mean, I guess he could block. I'm not sure if
Yeah, I don't see any reason to stick the whole Carver around.
yeah, I mean, your opponent's at 5. Every damage is going to count here, but the Dragoon's Wyvern's going to put a bit of a stop sign here, as well as the 6/6. And of note, one of the land that Cameron drew for turn there all the way on the end is the Lava Claw Reaches, which is can turn into a 2/2 that can basically get like fire breathing more or less.
Oh, yeah, right.
So
Yeah, that's
that
definitely
may play a
relevant.
part. Yeah, that may play a part. And we got a Dragoon's Lance here now, so we're gonna have a bunch of flying damage potentially.
So Cameron, yeah, really might be able to turn the corner here.
Yeah, so he's not going to attack this turn. Maybe he's setting up for a turn or so down the line.
I think it pays to be patient. He's in much stronger position at this point. And unfortunately, a land draw for Parker.
Yeah, I mean, this is sort of the issue with sort of like these kind of these concise 2 color decks. It's like if you like you can get ahead, you can be more consistent, you could get things in play faster than your opponent. But then when you run out of steam and your opponent's got powerful cards because they're playing 5 color, it's hard to turn the corner there sometimes. And now a Godmaw off the top is
Oh,
might
jeez.
might spin this game
That
around
could
real quick.
spell the end post haste.
Yeah, especially with vigilance. Yeah, so he's gonna play it. He does not have the mana to use it this turn, but next turn he could use it.
Okay, so a tragic trajectory off the top for Parker.
Yeah, how does he? I mean, he has to send his one of his creatures into the abyss here.
I mean, I do wonder if Cameron would read that and just let, like, if he just like sent Virus Beetle in, if he would just let it through.
Yeah, hard when you're at 5 to let even one thing through.
I do like this potentially like saying like, okay, I need to send at least lethal, so he has to block one of them.
I mean, that makes sense. That is what a heads up play would be. Okay,
But
so
he's going to
he's
lose 2 features here just to get that Godmaw out of the way.
yeah. I mean, the Dragoon's Wyvern plus the Dragoon's Lance plus the Gladiolus are all still very threatening here. So he's got rid of one problem, but there's others that persist.
Definitely the biggest problem on the board.
All right, he's got a Plasma Bolt in hand as well as Melded Moxite. So
He wants to hang on to that bolt.
looks like he's just gonna get rid of it. Look for
Oh,
something a
okay.
bit more impactful here. Yeah, I could have seen like cracking your lander and then hitting the Midnight Scavengers with the bolt for 3. That could have been
Hmm.
a play he did.
Probably would have been I would have done, but
I imagine he's gonna start attacking little by little now.
yeah, he could put this game on a pretty short clock.
Yeah, Gladiolus can do that sometimes. He does have a mountain in hand. I think he's might maybe saving it for like a bigger turn here.
I don't blame him for being a bit cautious, but at the same time, you really don't want to give Parker the opportunity to draw on like removal for a Gladiolus or
Okay.
anything that would let him push damage through.
Yeah, I mean he still has reasonable blocks here. He has the lava claw reaches.
It's a tricky balance for sure.
All right, orbital plunge here. He can basically he can target the zealot as the only one that will give him a lander. I think he says I'm ready to get this game over with.
Understandable.
7, 9, 10, and 2 landfall triggers. If opponent doesn't have anything, then he has 10 flying right now, plus he has a land in hand and a lander token.
That would do it.
So I don't know if he goes for it, but he's going to plunge this.
I still got the mana for the lander.
Yep. And
Might as well be safe. Doesn't know
anything
what the last
anything
card in
in hand
Parker's
for
hand is.
Parker here? Nothing.
Nope, just another
All right.
planes.
So he's going to surveil away his chaplain here. Yeah, I mean that's what happens when sort of the 5 color pile ends up turning the corner. You know, something like Gladiolus can kill really fast. I mean, Godma kills faster, which is why Parker had to remove that. But
But yeah, I mean, Cameron seems to have a pretty good balance of top end threats, and as long as he can just stave off that
interesting that he
aggression.
didn't go for the lethal here.
I do wonder if he maybe just didn't realize, but yeah, another land off the top for Parker, so that'll be on the
Yeah, I
game
don't know
too.
what he would have been afraid of. Maybe he just thought having 3 blockers back would be better. So Cameron instantly submitted his deck. I did not get to see a single card in it.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's okay.
I don't want to leak that information out.
Sometimes when you're happy with your deck, you're happy with your deck. Or when you're unhappy with your deck, you're unhappy with your deck. I know sometimes
Yeah,
in my deck, I'm just like,
yeah, I've been
I'm not
there
even
plenty
gonna
of
bother
times.
sideboarding. There's no hope sometimes when it gets late in the
What am I
game.
even gonna do?
But no, deck looked good. Like once he got through the initial phase, drew that removal for Archangel of Thune just before it was about to completely take over.
Yeah, no, that was really the turning point.
Yeah,
If he didn't rip that off the top, that would have been
yeah.
over in a
If that
heartbeat.
got in another attack and got in more counters on the creatures, yeah, that would have been tough to come back from because everything would have just been
Well, that's magic.
an imminent
And
threat.
yeah, not much to say about Parker's sideboard. I don't think he made any switches.
Yeah,
It's just a nice balance of good curve, good removal, good rares,
yeah. It's
solid
just
black white.
like we didn't see anything like extraordinarily powerful, and this late in the league, a lot of the success is based on how powerful your deck can be. Like with
Hmm.
Cameron, like we see the power. With Parker, we saw the Archangel of Thune, and then just like a bunch of good black and white cards.
Hmm. Yeah, I remember for the Final Fantasy League, I eventually had to switch over from like a black white deck to a more like green splashy deck, just trying to take advantage of all my rares because I was kind of in a similar situation to Parker. Like, the game goes well until I just don't quite have enough, and then it just feels like I'm just getting outvalued, outpowered.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that it kind of like unless you have like a really busted 2 color deck in weeks 5 and 6, you're often going to be outmatched by the people that are playing all their powerful cards regardless of color. And bit of a bit of an iffy hand here for Cameron. He was on the mulligan, so he didn't have too much room to move around. What's Parker got there aside from this?
Well, he's got that Servonum coming down, and he only kept
Right.
a two-lander, but he just drew another Plains. He's also got
Okay.
a Beamsaw Prospector and a Focus Fire. a anti-causal vestige if he wants to warp on 4, and then the 4 mana Sunstar Lightsmith that draws a card and puts a +1/+1 counter on second cast. So,
Okay.
and he drew another land here. So
Okay.
nice
Decent.
looking hand for Parker.
Yeah, so we got a mountain off the top here, so he can play a Zookeeper Mechan on time. His only other land was the Conduit Pylons.
Well,
Um,
that's solid.
in hand, he has about all the late game you're going to need, but the question is whether he gets there. So he's got two Gladiolus. He's got an Extinguisher Battleship too, the 8 drop. Uh, he's got a
Oh
Galactic
wow.
Wayfarer, which he can cast off of his Conduit Pylons.
Yeah. Oh,
So
okay.
so he's making his way to 6 mana and maybe eventually 8. He's deciding
Could
whether or
definitely
not to
see
keep.
a.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
he was deciding whether or not to keep a Pangolin on top, but he opted for it.
Fair enough. Cards are cards.
Yeah. Next turn he can. He also drew Rust Harvester, which is a bit of a strange one for like a 5 color deck, unless you have a whole lot of artifacts. All right, here's an Anti-Causal Vestige, just one of the best cards in the set.
Absolutely. Ooh, pulled a Banishing Light off of it. He's gonna opt to just go with the Lightsmith. Can double spell the Focus Fire and the Banishing
Yeah, makes
Light,
sense.
but so definitely potentially gonna put some pressure on here next turn, depending on what Cameron does.
Yeah, like the Vestige, like in draft, I'm not that like upset about seeing them. Like you don't play against them that often. But cards like Vestige and like Thrumming Hivepool, 100% of every single one open in League is in a deck. So they're
Hmm.
obnoxious because everybody who
It's
has
just
one is
the
playing one.
it's the parasitic nature of colorless bombs. Like
Yeah,
you have to kind of convince yourself to not run it.
it's like I've just seen so many Hive pools this league. Uh, I mean,
Oh man.
I have one
Yeah.
as well. I've seen them on the other side. They just show up all the time. Vestige, I haven't seen as much, but I know they're out there.
Maybe that was my problem. I didn't have any hive pools.
Yeah, well, I'd recommend having multiple. The first one gives you a discount on the second one, right? Because it has
That's
affinity
what we
for
call
slurs.
synergy out here.
Beautiful. All right, so pretty nice turn here, getting rid of 2 creatures, hitting him for a bunch of damage, and a second Extinguisher Battleship is not quite what the doctor ordered, unfortunately. So we've got a combined casting cost of 28 mana of the cards in Cameron's hand right now.
Well, he is nothing if not ambitious. And good call earlier for Parker removing the Zookeeper Mechan over the other untapped blocker just because kind of like, okay, he's pinched on mana, his deck has a lot of top end, so if I can just cut him off, then I can get more damage in over time instead of like
Yeah.
jonesing for just this one turn.
I mean, I don't see this game going on too much longer, and we got
Yeah, no, with a
a
grab
Cryo
kill in hand, I
Shatter is
think
not going to
Parker
work
will.
here. Yeah, Cryo
But we
Shatter is
always
the
love a game
SR
3.
card. So yeah, just the unfortunate mulligan, a bit too expensive of a hand, and Parker just curved out. Had a really good 2 drop there with the Servanda. Had the Vestige,
Hmm.
just very coherent draw versus a bit of a more choppy one.
Yeah, this is definitely a game where we got to see the strength of the two-color deck.
Yeah, he'll block for posterity here, and we'll be going to a game 3 here.
We get to see more of his deck.
And once again, no sideboarding done.
Same
Okay.
over here.
All right. I think this is a hand I can probably get behind here.
Same here for Parker.
I mean, I think I'm keeping. I mean, there is 5 lands, but that is kind of what the deck wants, right? Your deck wants to want. Yeah, he wants his lands, and he's gonna have all his colors basically.
All 5 of them?
Well, he has a conduit pylons and mountains and a forest, so he's gonna be able to cast his spells
Okay.
pretty much. I don't know how much white and black he had. It looked like he was mostly teamer, from what I could tell.
Hmm. I would imagine a red-green base, a little bit of blue,
Yeah,
splashing for
so he
and
can
black.
he can just no harm done on this Servandum here. So it means he will be playing his Dragoon's Wyvern a turn later, but I think that's fine to get rid of a Vondam. Yeah, we
He's
got
got a Seam Rip, Banishing Light, and Anti-Causal Vestige with 2 more
okay.
lands over here.
Yeah, we got a Dragoon's Wyvern and a Cut Propulsion and 2 mountains left. So he is going to need to find some action here, but he's doing a pretty good job of defending himself, which is kind of what this deck wants to do.
Yeah, definitely. Like Parker is curving out well for now, but besides a few big flyers, he imagine would struggle to really punch through what Cameron's got going on at the top
Oh,
end.
we got another banger here. Morbid Opportunist. That's a good one.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a strong one. That was like a mythic uncommon from back in the day, and still stands up now.
Remind me exactly what that one does?
It's 3 mana 1/3. It's a black card. Whenever one or more other whenever one or more other creatures die,
Oh,
you draw a
yes,
card
yes,
once a
yes.
turn. So whenever a creature dies that's not it, for the first time each turn, you draw a card.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was a mythic uncommon in 2021. Would still be today, I
I
think.
mean, interesting that that's a sort of. I mean, it is a solid card. I don't think it would have occurred to me to splash for it, but he lasted longer in the league than I did, so
I mean, they made a card in like MKM that was like a rare that was like just a worse version of it. The Homicide Investigator, I think it was called.
they probably learned from their mistakes.
It was like a 2 mana 2/2. You whenever a non-token creature you control dies, for the first time each turn you investigate, which is just way
I
worse than
had to put
drawing
that
the
two
card
man
straight
tag.
up. All right, so Sir Vondam has returned to the battlefield, likely to see its end immediately here.
Oof.
So yeah, so we have Orbital Plunge or Cut Propulsion here. He's got a Melded Moxite also.
So
He's
no huge threats in hand, but
interesting that he's discarding the Cut Propulsion here. I mean, he did see Archangel of Thune in game one.
he's also if Parker draws another land here, the Vestige will be coming down soon.
Yeah, the Cut
Not
Propulsion.
today.
I mean, you don't really want to Cut Propulsion a Vestige, but you also don't want to take 7. It's
Yeah,
interesting
this is
to
interesting. I
discard.
mean,
Yeah,
normally I'd favor Cameron's deck here, but Parker is well ahead on cards.
yeah, and I'm hesitant to discard a removal spell like that. Like if he waited a turn, he would have kept his removal, and then he could have just discarded one of the lands he drew because he drew 2 lands off the Moxite.
Yeah. Well, and Parker's got a Seam Rip, a Banishing Light, a Depressurize.
Okay, so once Cameron plays a threat, it's gone, and until then, looks like not much else is happening. So this Vestige is looking like it's gonna basically take over the game more or less.
Just needs one more land.
I mean, Cameron's done a good job of dealing with the small threats, but now there's a huge one. Just another land in hand means he needs to find something quick, and even when he does, it's probably gonna get removed.
I'd be curious if I were. It looks like he won't right now, but I'd be curious if I were Parker, go so far as to Seam Rip the 1/1 just to push another 3 damage.
I mean, he has removal for whatever kind of big thing that Cameron might have, so it's not like he's on like a time crunch that he has to win, like within the next few turns. So I don't think he sees the need.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, Cameron kept a 5 lander. It gave him like his colors and a removal and a creature, and has just drawn a couple too many lands since then.
As far as landers go, at my FNM, I heard someone say that they heard someone else say that cracking landers for the sole sake of thinning out your deck isn't actually all that worthwhile. And I was kind of curious about that because I feel like unless you have synergy that you know is like prevalent, it's kind of like, well, if you have mana mine as well.
Yeah, so I guess like a slight little like Cameron could have waited till end step to make the 2/2 here. Instead, he did it during main phase, and he got his 2/2 seam ripped.
Hmm.
Yeah, cracking the landers. I mean, depends on the state of the game, right? Also, it does ask you to use your mana as well.
Hmm.
So if you have the free mana, might as well. do it
That's kind of where I
on
landed. Be curious to,
yeah, it depends on
but
the state of the game.
Elder Blade is not gonna quite end it, but gonna make it very,
I
very nasty
mean,
for
yeah,
Cameron.
he's going to one, and he doesn't
And
really
with
have
two
much
pieces
going on.
removal left in Parker's hand, I can't imagine there's
All right,
anything
we
that
got a
wouldn't.
Dauntless Scrap Bot here, so he's going to present two blockers, one of which is going to be removed, and result in lethal here.
Both of
So
which could be actually, and that'll just be spell the end for Cameron.
exactly, yeah. So valiant effort here, 5 color deck. Lots of high impact cards. He just didn't draw any of them this game, unfortunately. We saw them in game one, and then we saw them unfortunately in his hand in game two, not being able to be
Hmm.
cast, and then this game just a few too many lands and nice curve out from Parker. So congratulations on Parker getting his 16th win, and we'll be back in a little bit for our second match of the week.